and welcome back to Bunso Bites. I'm your host, EP44.
I'm your co-host, Jiggy.
And I'm your guest, Mikey.
As always, we love having Mikey here on the pod. And we just wanted to... You all right there, fam? As we said, we have Mikey here on the pod as a guest speaker again. And just wanted to check in. How's everybody doing? Mikey, how you been?
I'm chilling, as usual. Mm-hmm. Nothing much going on. Actually, a lot going on, but nothing I can talk about here.
What?
Nothing I can talk about here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Homeboy said secrets. Secrets to cut, like projects to come. Is that what we're talking about?
No, just legal stuff.
Just life.
Yeah.
Okay. Life is lifing. I know for me, this past weekend was the first weekend that I didn't get a paycheck. Mm-hmm. Bro, that it hurt the most when they sent us our pay stubs and it just was big fat chicken egg. Like they were like highlighting like, hey, by the way, you're still working. Here's $0. And I'm like, thank you for reminding me. It's so nice. So, yeah, as I've said before, I work for the government, and currently the government is in shutdown, which means that I don't get a paycheck. So this is technically the first paycheck where I don't have any money. Because the furlough started in the middle of a pay period the last time. Mm-hmm. So we got half a paycheck at the beginning of the month. Now it's the end of the month. We got no paycheck, and I'm expected to continue to have no paycheck until
it's done.
Until someone decides to be
yeah.
You know what's crazy? And we talk about this all the time in the office. So the House of Representatives and Congress, like, they're all out on recess right now.
Yeah.
They're still getting paid.
Yep.
I'm still getting paid.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, they are okay with all of us who are still going to work, still paying for gas, still paying for tolls, still got to pay bills, not getting paid. And they're on recess.
Yep.
They are not voting. I'm just like... All right. One of the lovely perks of being a civil servant, so to speak.
A civil employee.
You know, hey, I'm not going to complain. There are a lot of benefits to it. I love having my holidays. I'm not going to deny that. This is one of the not so great benefits.
You know
what are cons, I guess?
Funny, like every time, because I work for, I don't know if I still work for the government, but I work for the government, right? So I've always been on a ship when this would happen.
Right.
So we would always get our check. My check never stops. Like even still right now, my check is still going.
Yeah.
So I still got my check. So whenever people say, oh yeah, the government shut down, I'm like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
So,
I don't know how it feels. We always get our check. Now, I do know with our company in general, the government has a fund that it's already pretty much paid out.
Yes.
So we still get our checks regardless because the money's already been paid out.
You are kind of on the same side as like contractors.
Yeah.
Contractors, they literally have a contract and $1 million is set aside for these contracts and your company or different agencies. But that applies to you. I work on the appropriated funds side, which is a fund that's determined every year. This is not new. It comes every single year at the end of September. It's called fiscal year, and they allot, hey, this is what we're assigning for the budget. That's why Congress is involved. That's why they need to vote on it, because they're determining the fiscal year budget for the next coming year. Yep. Fiscal year ends on September, is it 30, 31? Essentially, last day of September.
30.
Yeah, last day of September. So as of October 1st, every year, it is a new fiscal year. And so what does that mean? That means that, starting October 1st, it's not completely new, but it is a new budget for that year. Whatever it is that our elected leadership has decided. Now, for they're apparently fighting over different things. And they don't want to come to a consensus, which has led to a government shutdown.
Yeah.
That means that government employees or civil servants, as well as originally certain military personnel, they've kind of changed it, but because a lot of military families were complaining about not getting paid. I mean, we're complaining about not getting paid, but we're civil servants, so we don't matter. But a lot of us are furloughed, so I want to say, I don't know the hard numbers, but like hundreds of thousands are furloughed.
Yeah.
And then there are employees such as myself that are considered exempted employees, which means that I still have to work, even though I'm not getting a paycheck. And then there are those, like, there are people that are on my team that are furloughed, and they literally are not coming to work. They are not working. They're waiting for the government to open again so that they have a job again. I want to say the current debate is whether or not everyone in the past, everyone has always gotten back pay, regardless if you're exempted or not. The only quote unquote guarantee is if for whatever reason everyone stays in furlough or a reduction in force happens, if you're exempted, you have a guarantee to your job. If you're furloughed and there's a reduction in force, there is a chance for you to lose your job.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm grateful that I'm exempted, because that means that regardless of what they decide, because they are talking about a reduction in force, the Trump administration and all of them are looking at ways to reduce the budget, so to speak. And, a reduction in force is an option for that. And so that is one of the things that they've been looking at. But the thing that they're now analyzing also is whether or not all the people who are furloughed are even going to get back pay, which is really unfortunate, because then, what are you going to do? Like, you're kind of hanging on to a job and then you're not getting any pay.
Yeah.
That being said, you also cannot file for unemployment, because if you file for unemployment, you lose your right to your job. So, like, there is a person on my team. She's currently furloughed. She's at home with her dogs. Love that for her. I don't know if she, let's just assume she doesn't have any side hustles or whatever, so she's not working, so to speak. Her only income is her government employee job. And if so, one paycheck has gone by, we have no money. Let's say another 2 paychecks, 3 paychecks goes by. How is she going to pay for anything? I don't know how long. Let's just, say, she has a 3-month savings, 6-month savings, emergency fund. After that's done, and if the government is still shut down, if she files for unemployment, she completely, gives up her right to her job. So then if we were to come back, then she already filed for unemployment. She can't come back. So that's why a lot of government employees are, like, frustrated. We're put between a rock and a hard spot, right? It gives us an unfortunate and hard decision to make.
Okay. I don't work for the government, so I don't know. I'm in the private sector.
Yes, yeah.
So for those that are furloughed, why would they get back paid if they never worked during the furlough?
Because once they establish a budget, that's part of it. The budget determines how much we're all paid and who works what and how much funding is allocated to what parts.
They don't have to spend any sick leave, personal time off for that. They just get paid regardless for doing nothing.
Because it's the government's fault that they got furloughed in the first place.
Hey yo.
That's how it's always been.
That's weird to me.
I mean, it does sound weird, but it again, it's kind of one of those it's a benefit because people are at home and they're not working. But the idea is, or it has been, that you're going to get paid regardless because there's back pay. The employees have done nothing wrong to deserve to not work.
Yeah.
We can't fire someone without reason, right? The whole point of the government is that we're supposed to be fair, and we have merit principle hiring stuff and all that stuff. But if someone hasn't done anything wrong, but those above us, the lawmakers, policymakers, decision makers above us couldn't get it together to determine a budget, that's not John Smith's fault, who works, his 9 to 5 every day, whatever. So just because they couldn't figure out how much numbers go where, they couldn't do the math by September 30th at midnight, which again is so bonkers because they know that it comes every year. It's just this constant cycle. Or the thing that we've kind of been running into, the last 5 years that I've worked, if it's not a full-on figuring out the budget, they do a continuing resolution, which is called a CR. And essentially they're like, okay, we don't want the government to shut down because when the government shuts down, that's really bad. It's really bad. But we'll do a continuing resolution, which means that all things remain the same until we can determine something different. And then no one's furloughed. No one loses their job. No one, there's no bad. They didn't do that. And they refused to do that. So that leaves.
This is a tactic. That's why. It was you're going to abide by what we want. Or
Yeah. No, they're
that's what
holding
is.
it hostage
But both
almost.
sides
Yeah.
do it, which is stupid. But
Because it puts people's livelihoods
Yeah.
at we are so fortunate that we're okay.
Yeah.
But it's also just like not everyone's like that. How many
Yeah.
people live paycheck to paycheck? I can tell you right now, I had a coworker of mine full on panic attack last week. Doesn't know how she's going to pay rent this month. Because not everyone has the luxury to have an emergency fund. Not everyone has, some people, there's things in life that just happen.
Yeah.
Or maybe she already used her emergency fund because of, some kind of medical emergency or whatever it is. Like, I'm not going to judge this person on their financial status. Like, that's not what I'm
Yeah.
here for. She's full on crying because she just doesn't know how she's going to pay rent. There are options and there are avenues. There are loans and there are things that we're eligible for. But at the end of the day, it's a loan. It's still money that we owe. I'm still going to be in the negative. So a lot of things to consider. And for whatever reason, the decision makers above us deem that this is the right course of action. So we're left to, I'm not joking, y'all. When I had to fill gas this past week, because I fill gas about once a week now, but when I had to fill gas this last week, I was crying a little bit because I was like, oof, I'm not gonna get a paycheck this Friday. How am I gonna pay for this gas? I was not excited about that. But yeah, I did not mean to turn this into like a very like, what's the word where you're like making the vibe go down? Like, I'm not trying to like dispirit us or anything. I love that you're trying to make it lower, even though I told you that's the lowest it's gonna go.
I was just seeing where it was at. You're right.
All right. Anyways.
Yeah.
For me, my update is not work related. It's actually related to my car.
Okay.
So I bought myself a new dash cam.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I know like there's times where it does come in handy. And like nowadays I'm just seeing a lot more people just being dumb on the road.
Yeah.
Just like
It just makes
people
more sense to
stopping
have one, not-
in the middle of the road for no apparent reason.
Yeah. Totally.
People just merge into your lane with, no signal
No
or anything.
regard
Just,
for anybody else.
they don't see you in their blind spot and they're just like, oh, I'm in the right, you're in the wrong. I'm going to get mad at you.
Yeah.
Wild. Oh yeah, when they get mad at you after they did something wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh boy.
I keep telling myself, let me get a dash cam. I just never
Yeah.
do.
You
My
can-
dad
and-
has some in his car.
Okay. Does
I was
he
like-
have one that's built in the car, or does he have like one that he
had
bought
a
for?
one that he put one in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should get one because people do like dumb stuff
stuff,
all
yeah.
the time.
What
And
is
there's a lot of it is like, there's no evidence, it'll be my fault.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I was like, there's no way for me to make it not look like my fault without a dash cam. Like,
Oh,
video
it's to
footage.
cover for yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I think last week, somebody just cut through like 4 different lanes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, on the highway, so I'm going like 65. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? 7. You're cutting. I'm like, dude, you almost. If I wasn't like actively paying attention,
Right.
I would have like. You would have died. You know what I'm saying?
At that speed.
I was like, because the way they did it, they're like, I'm on the farthest left without being in the HOV,
Sure.
going towards Norfolk. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And they're all the way like, the Indian River exit.
Yep.
Yeah. So like right around there, I guess they just felt they needed to be all the way over here. They literally. And I'm
Homegirl
like,
said, HOV lane all the way.
yeah, and I'm like, whoa, dude. And mind you, like I said, if I was just on my phone, even for a couple seconds, she's lucky all of us was paying attention because all of us just kind of.
Do not
be on your phone while
Do
you're
not be
driving.
on your phone.
Yeah,
while
don't
driving.
do that. But I'm just. What I'm saying is lucky I wasn't.
Most especially on the highway.
Yeah, luckily I wasn't. But I'm just saying, is lucky all of us was actually actively paying attention. You know,
Even if
sometimes
someone
when
was
you're driving,
distracted by something
yeah,
else.
something else.
It
Even
didn't have
if
to be.
like
Yeah.
you're just zoned out and you're paying attention, but you're not like super aware. She would have got like hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, people can't drive. I don't want to say
Not
especially
wrong.
not here, but I don't know. Virginia's just. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh yeah, this area is just bad at driving.
I mean, I think every area
has it.
bad drivers.
Because even when I was visiting my brother in Florida, that was
Oh, I can attest. Florida
Yeah.
drivers are
they are
not the
something
greatest.
else. They are something
we
else
are
down there.
vicious.
But I actually would take that more than I'll take here. I'll take the driving down there way more than I'll take
Because
it
everyone's aggressive, so
Everybody's
there is
aggressive, and everybody at least drives fast. It is what it
Right,
is.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, everywhere down south, because when I was in Texas, it was regular for everybody to drive like 80-something miles an hour.
Because the speed limit is appropriate at
Yeah.
75 versus here, 45 on a highway, 50 on a highway. Are you out your mind?
Yeah.
Apparently, it has something to do with saving emissions on the road.
Yeah,
We're
but that was
already on the
something-
highway, bro.
That was something that was put in like early 2000s, and they just never update. I think our last update, they brought it up to like, what, 60?
65.
65. Is it
Barely.
65 or is
Yeah.
it 60?
65.
65. And that was like after almost 20 years.
But there's still that
So-
section on the loop that's 50, 55, which is wild to me because that's a highway. And I'm like, you're going to more likely get into an accident by driving that slow.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Anyways, what I was trying to say is, where did you order your camera? Since you got a camera that's like your camera's not built into your car.
So it's a part of Amazon, but it's called Woot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so I was there for like a flash sale of
Oh.
Okay.
these dash cams, and so I paid like $20 for it.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
And then doesn't it? I don't know. How does it? Does it?
Is there a
connect to your
program with it,
phone?
or
Yeah. So like you have to download an app on your phone, and then as soon as you sync it from the phone to the camera, then you can access like every video that it's recorded.
So is it continuously recording? As in, like, is it recording as soon as you turn the car on?
Yeah. So when you plug it in, it will turn on as soon as the engine's turned on,
Okay.
and then it will shut off moments after you turn off the engine.
Okay.
It's
but the
powered by
whole
the
time
smoker
it's
thingy.
Oh yeah.
yeah. But the whole time it's recording.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there are like options in the camera where you can have it record if someone gets too close to the car.
That's what I was.
Really?
That's what I was gonna. I was like, does it record like if someone gets too close to your car, like if somebody breaks into your car or something
There's
like
a
that?
sensor on it or
Yeah,
something?
I think there it has to be a sound sensor
Okay.
because
Okay.
like I've had it sitting in my back seat sometimes because I had to replace my windshield on my car,
Mm-hmm.
and it would turn on and turn off when I'm driving,
Oh, okay.
and I'm
okay.
just like I didn't do anything,
Right.
and you're not even plugged into the car,
Mm.
so it's
it got a
going
little
off.
bit of
Or a
battery
movement
on there.
sensor or something like
Yeah,
that.
something. It
yeah.
has some type of sensor on the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Because that's
cool.
why I was always like, so what if somebody, will it catch if someone's like trying to break into your car or something like that?
Oh yeah, it should.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I had it. I had that option off when I first got it,
Mm.
and then I found it, and I was like, "Oh, sure, let me turn it on."
Hey, that's not even fully what I was asking. Is it, well, you already answered it. If like somebody bumps into your car, well, you're not in it. Will it capture who did it?
Should.
It should,
Well,
right?
it has to be in
in
front.
the front, though. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I haven't
get what you're
installed the
saying.
back camera to it.
Yeah.
But
There's
there
a back
is one.
camera?
Yeah, there's a back camera
Yeah.
to it.
Oh,
So it's
snap.
two cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just have to somehow snake it through the car to record the back.
The back, yeah.
I see.
Because I was like, well, if somebody bumps into your car, like my girl, while she was at work a while ago, like this long time ago, somebody bumped into her car, but she was
Straight
at
up?
work and it was,
Oh,
but she
it's
she
off.
parked like further, not in the parking lot of the store, so she was like, there was no camera towards it, so
That stinks.
yeah, so I was like, so that's why I said, does that pick it up if somebody bumps into your car or something?
Right.
Yeah.
Or at least there's a sensor so like they can hear the sound or whatever. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. You said you also replaced your windshield?
Yeah. So I'd had a crack on it for a couple of months now, and it started on the passenger side, went down and a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
So it's not in my field of vision, but
Crack's a
since
crack.
my car is due for a state safety inspection, it will fail the state safety inspection.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, so you already replaced it.
I already replaced it. I just have to do the inspection now.
Do the inspection.
Cool stuff.
Dang,
Yeah.
got new lights, new windshield. Now you just need 2 more new hubcaps.
Forget the hubcaps. Don't need that.
Be a brand new car.
Whatever.
That reminds me of that, what is it? Theseus' ship or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
If you replace every single board on the ship, is it a new ship? Or is it still the same ship?
It's still the same ship.
So if you replace every part
If
of
you
your
replace
car,
every part plus the engine, that's a brand new. That's brand new now.
You
at
still
this
have the
point.
shell of the car, though.
But if you just replaced everything else,
Well, how you gonna replace the frame?
I guess yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm not familiar with cars. I was like, you can replace all like the exterior parts.
Mm-hmm.
You can replace all the parts in the end, like under the hood. You can replace all the wheels. You can replace the axle. You can replace. I don't know about the frame though. I've never thought of that. Actually, no.
Yeah,
Isn't that what
pretty sure you
determines if your
can.
car is totaled or not? If the frame is damaged?
No clue.
No clue. I don't know.
Because like that's like literally like the core of the car. So if that's damaged, then
Yeah.
yeah, because I remember when I had to get one of my cars repaired, that was like the thing that they were saying. They're like, at least your frame didn't get damaged, so you don't have to get a new car. I was like, oh, okay, good to know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
I know. Look at you with all the car updates. And then hopefully you'll be ready for your safety inspection.
Yes, I will.
Wahoo! If you don't know, state of Virginia, you have to do a safety inspection
Mm-hmm.
that you have to pay for. Wild.
I mean, she's just salty because in
It
Florida
doesn't
you don't have to do
exist.
it.
It doesn't exist.
Do y'all have? Are y'all required to do registration in Florida?
Yeah,
Yeah.
registration.
Car registration.
But we don't have
I mean
property
yearly.
tax.
That's what I meant. Is it yearly for you guys? In
You
Florida?
can pay it yearly. You can pay it bi-yearly. You can pay it for 5 years.
No, I meant renewing your car registration every year in Florida.
You can pay it yearly. You can pay it bi-yearly, or you could pay it for 5 years. Just like here in Virginia. But we don't have property tax, so I'm
Yeah.
not paying for my car after paying for my car because the state of Virginia or whatever state is telling me I need to pay for my car.
Yeah.
And we don't have the safety inspection, so we don't have to pay for that either. It's wild how much you have to pay here in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Taxation is theft.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that forever. I don't care what anybody says. I was like, it was 100 years ago. Taxes was not a thing.
Well, you know, like I said, I remember that was like one of the first things that a supervisor or like a boss told me. They're like, when I was complaining about all this stuff and especially personal property tax, I was like, I don't understand this. This doesn't make sense to me. He's like, welcome to the Commonwealth of Virginia, and I was like,
Yeah.
maybe that means I need to go. But yeah, y'all ready? We were talking about this on the way home. We had just come from a friend's birthday party, and we wanted to tie it actually to what Chiggy was talking about with what are each other's or what are our pet peeves when it comes to driving. Mikey kind of started talking about it in the beginning there when he was talking about merging. But Chiggy, what is one of your, I would say, or what is one of your bigger pet peeves when you're driving?
So my bigger pet peeve. So let's just say you have 2 lanes of traffic going down one way, and let's say the right lane has an obstruction that's forcing the right lane to merge into your left lane.
Okay.
Okay. Now, by law, when you're driving down the right side, you yourself have to safely merge into the left lane to continue driving.
Right.
Okay. Now, a lot of people think that just because you're in the right lane and you have to get over to the left, that you have to give way to them. So this is what's called a zipper merge. So you let one lane go first, and then you let the other lane.
Okay,
so
driver's
you let
ed.
the left lane go first, and the right lane comes in, and then the left lane, then the right.
Because the right
left
lane is
right.
merging. Yeah.
And so they zipper together to make one lane, right? That is not required when you're driving.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a butthead and just continue in the left lane and not let anyone merge in front of you, you can.
Yeah.
Right? And so a lot of people think that, once you get to that obstruction, you have to let that right lane come in. No,
Yeah.
you don't. And so a lot of people, they'll get all the way to the right lane, try to come into the left lane. They don't let them in. That's not their fault. They don't have to let you in.
Yeah.
You can hit the person and they'll be their fault. So,
Because you're the one that's merging.
right, you
Yeah.
have to safely get into the left lane.
Right.
And so a lot of people don't know that. And, they get mad at you because like, oh, you didn't let me in. I don't have to.
Yeah.
So
You're not wrong.
that's one of my pet peeves.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
That happens
I mean,
a lot for me.
I usually will let people in, but if you're making it to where like I have to, like you feel you're getting mad that I didn't especially if let's say I'm like, if I let you in, it's gonna mess up the flow of traffic. I'm like, I'm not letting you in now. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And you
yeah.
waited till the last minute. That's not on me. So I feel that. I definitely get that. But usually I'm like, all right, if it's enough space, like, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pressed.
Yeah.
But I'm not a pushover either. Like I said,
Right.
if you waited till the last minute and I'm thinking you're going a completely different direction and then you come in here last minute, I'm like, all right, see, you're being not nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said, not nice. No, I think for me, so that happened a lot with, on my commute coming home from work, there is a section of the, it's not really the highway, but it's kind of like a highway or like state road into a highway. And there's a section where they were doing construction on the exit, on one of the exits. So you would have to detour regardless and go to the next highway exit, which is fine because you can just loop around. But what happens is normally, just as Chiggy said, like it's like the left lane is kind of on the slower side because they let the right lane merge in. However, as Chiggy said, it's not necessary. At the end of the day, we are the ones merging in. And I know for me, it's like I'm more often than not, I am on the right lane because more times than not, I have someone who does let me in. But then I also am like conscientious of the fact that if no one lets me in, I'm not going to get mad at the other person. Like I have to wait my turn essentially. And that's totally fine because especially like at the end of the day, and I don't know if this is just me, it's like I'm so tired and fed up that I'm just like everybody else. I want to get home. But I'm also just like, I don't want to give myself more undue stress just because I'm going to try to, fight someone or whatever. However, if someone picks a fight with me, ooh, buddy. I have, unfortunately, the very common trait among Florida drivers of road rage. And Chiggy knows this. I'm normally really, really nice on the road for all intents and purposes, but if someone crosses me, if someone does something wrong to me, if someone cuts me off, if someone whatever, I get lit very quickly. Like it's not a oh, 3 strikes you're out. It's like you strike once, iron's hot. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. This literally happened to me last week. Just as we were talking about, again, it's similar to a zipper merge, but like where I was turning into a turning lane. So I was already in the far left lane anyways. And then someone was trying to get in front of me. And so what happened was there was like the middle lane, I'm in the left lane. And then, there's another turning lane, probably like 30, 20 yards ahead of me. And so I had let one person already get in front of me. And then I was going to go. And then the person behind me could go kind of just, one by one. At least that's how I was doing it. And then this girl, decides to completely ignore the fact that I'm like already like, one person has gone in front of me and I'm close to said person. She forces her car into like literally my car has a lot of sensors. My newer car has a lot of sensors. My car started beeping like crazy. Like it's just like you're about to hit someone. And I popped off as soon as because she gets into the turning lane, she gets into the right turning lane, I get into the left turning lane, and I get into the left turning lane. I roll down my window and I am screaming at her. And I was like, do you not have eyes? Like, why are you driving? Are you blind? Like, are you actually? And I was screaming at the top of my lungs to the point that she looked like she was about to cry. And I was like, good. And I drove away. So I have very bad road rage, but again, it's more for if you like, and I don't know, it's one of those like, it has to be very obviously stupid mistakes, like very obviously stupid. I can, I know there are a couple times where like you and I joke all the time. We're like, oh, if someone's zooming past us, oh, that person has to use the bathroom, so they're rushing home. Those kinds of things. I'm like, I get it. I'm human too. Like, have I made mistakes driving or have I been rushing to drive or whatever? Yes, 100%. But I'm not stupid when I drive. I think I like to give people way. I like to be, nice, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, if I have the right of way, I have the right of way. If you have the right of way, you have the right of way. I'm not going to trample on your toes. Don't you dare trample on mine. Yeah. So that's kind of my thing. I'm just like, no. And my road rage is just like, it's wild. I don't know. What do you think, Chiggy? You can attest. You've ridden with me enough times.
Yeah, you do get mad pretty quickly.
It's 0 to 100 real quick. There's no halfway. Just I'm not mad or I'm very mad.
But yes, there are times where you do get mad at somebody, and you'll like say it under your breath or something, and you're just like, okay, keep moving. Like, don't let that thing distract you to a point
Right.
where it's going to affect your driving.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah. I try not to. I mean, within reason.
My bad.
No, you're good.
Sometimes I'm like, I get it. Sometimes when it's like really is not your fault. Because one of the times, like, I think I was either meeting you guys up or I'm either going to my girl's house or meeting you guys up. I forgot exactly which day it was. But I was driving and I'm coming from my house. You know, the High Rise Bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no sign saying, hey, everybody in the right lane merge to the left. You don't know it. When I was in there, I was like, why is there traffic at this time? This doesn't make any sense.
Sure.
And like all of us, we're just driving and it's like literally like you're stop and go, barely moving. And then you finally get up there. And like I said, there was no sign. There was nothing on the prompters or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they were doing, I don't know if they were doing construction or either an accident happened or construction happened. But we're just like, what's going on? And then, so the right lane was ending. You had to merge to the left lane.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But you, all the way in the back, you can't see that. Even all the way up until you get, literally right
Is it
until
like
you
right
get
on
there.
the crest?
Yeah, so right
Yeah.
when you get there, I'm like, oh, so this is what it was. I was like, can y'all put some sign out? You know what I'm saying?
barricade or
A barricade,
something,
say
yeah.
something. And
Or
then,
one of
so
those
that was-
arrows.
yeah, something, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it was an accident.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a bad one. I don't know. But yeah, it ended up being the two lanes turned into one. And then I was like, y'all, there's ways for y'all to make it so like all of us knows. Because
Yeah.
if they put it out like way back here, then it would have been, by the time we got there, it had already been smooth sailing. But it's
Right.
literally, we're still right up until we're right there.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And like I said, the accident wasn't even bad. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
probably the location because if
Yeah.
it's on like or just
I
past
mean,
the
but
crest.
it's still, it's there, but it's enough room for like, at that point, there was more than enough room for them. If they wanted to push it all to the side,
Sure,
they
sure.
could have easily did that. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, why am I'm looking at the time. I was like, this is not a traffic time. I'm sitting here for like, I've been here for like an hour at this point. This is nuts, you
Yeah.
know? And then, well, like I said, when I got up to it, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been in traffic for this long for this nothing.
Right.
This is literally
That
nothing.
is, yeah, that's irritating because you're just like,
Nah,
there's
mind
nothing
you, the
here.
accident could have been bad, maybe, but
by the time you
by
got
the
there.
time I got there, I was like, why is this lane still closed at this point? You know what I'm saying? There is no reason for this lane to be closed.
Right.
So I sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm not always gonna be mad at the other drivers, but I'm gonna be like the city, you can or whoever's in charge that deals with accidents, whatever. I was like, you can
DOT.
DOT,
Clear.
VDOT, you know what I'm saying? VDOT, you know what I'm saying?
Get it together.
But I'm like, can you guys like learn to manage traffic better when things happen?
Yeah.
And then I know the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because, like, if you see an accident in other countries, they're pretty, not everywhere. Like if you're in the Middle East, they're horrible with it. But if you go in, I'm just gonna be honest, they're horrible with it. But if you go to other countries, like some other countries, if an accident happens, yeah, at first it'd be like, okay, but at most the traffic's gonna be like messed up for like maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
After the accident. Here, it could be a freaking hour. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. I'm like, but I get it here. The reason why a lot of things is because insurance purposes, you can't move the vehicle right away because you need to have thing.
That's
So
true.
here, there's a lot of reasons why they don't move vehicles right away. But I'm just like, so you inconvenience everybody for. I'm not saying insurance is irrelevant, but it's just kind of like this is. It's kind of like it's in the way. It's a hindrance now.
It's
like,
not efficient.
It's not. Yeah, it's not efficient. You know, so I'm just like, but yeah, that's annoying too. It's not really a pet peeve because I'm not always in that situation, but I'm
Right.
in it enough where I'm like, all right now, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could have easily fixed this. And the amount of time it took for me to get from where I'm at to where the accident is, y'all could have easily pushed it to the side and the flow of traffic could have been, you know what I'm saying? That was more than enough
Smoother.
time to like get all the information you needed, move the cars,
Yeah.
and do what you got to do. But y'all are like doing nothing essentially. Just
Right. Where you're just waiting.
Yeah, waiting. We're just barricading a whole lane, sometimes 2 lanes for a little oopsies. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, just as a side note, and only because this happened to our friend, it happened this year, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
If and whenever there's an accident, your fault, their fault, whatever, especially if you have a smartphone, record everything.
Yeah.
Take photos, take video clips of their car, get photos of their license, because you never know, dude. Like, the amount of, like, hit and run cases that we've seen or we've heard of from friends and family. Our friend recently their car was totaled.
Yeah.
And it was a hit and run, wasn't it? Or like it was so it's like, and if you don't have any type of documentation, 9 times out of 10, insurance isn't going to do anything, which is really unfortunate.
Well, they should, if you depending on what kind of coverage you have, it should do something.
I don't. This particular friend, whatever it was that happened, they were literally like, they were a green light and someone ran a red light and hit them and totaled their van. And I think, insurance probably like helped them, and then they traded in their totaled car to get their new car.
Yeah, I was saying, if you have full coverage, regardless, they still gotta take care of you.
But it was like, it's always better to err on the safe side and take all the pictures, take all the videos. You know, you never know. Again, back to why Chiggy got a dash cam in the first place. You just, at least you're covering yourself so that you have that. You know. That
is something I would recommend too. I should put one in my car. I should put one in. I don't know why I haven't. But it makes sense.
Tell him to get you the $20 one he got.
Hey, it's not $20 anymore.
Oh, that's true. Woot is only certain time frames. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
But yeah. I mean, you mentioned the accident thing, but do you have any other like specific pet peeves while you're driving?
I mean, same as everybody else. Why are you driving slow on the fast lane?
Oh, that's a good one. Get out of the fast lane if you ain't at least 10 above.
But also another one, if I'm already on the other end, if I'm already driving like fast and you're still on my I'm like, bro.
Am I behind?
Yeah, I'm like, come on now. I'm going like 20 over at this point. Like, you still on me like that? That's another pet peeve. That's actually a bigger pet peeve from the other one.
I will say.
Because I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you trying to accomplish?
What are you trying to prove? Yeah.
What are you trying to accomplish here at this point?
I used to feel that way, but I've also like tried my best to like because I tend to have like a heavier foot on highway, like because I'm used to driving in Florida, where like driving 75 is a standard in Florida, so like, it makes no sense that you drive 50 here in Virginia. Absolutely no sense. But what I have learned to do, or what I try to do, is if I'm in the fast lane and I'm going fast, or at least I'm going fast for me, but then someone comes up behind me and they're clearly trying to pass me, but because of whatever the situation is, I make an effort to speed up enough so that I can merge into the right lane so that they can zoom past me. Only because
I mean, I get that. I do that too. Sometimes.
I have seen an experience, I guess, because I kind of like can identify with myself, like how mad my road rage can be. So I'm like, if someone's really like, if I'm already driving heavy foot, I'm pretty dense foot on my gas, and someone's still trying to tail me, then I'm like, they clearly have bigger problems than me. Like, I'm thinking, is homegirl pregnant? She's giving birth. Does this person have to absolutely take a big dump in their bathroom? Like, I'm just like, they got some type of reason to be driving faster than me. So I'm gonna just try to be the bigger person and be like, let me get in the right lane. Let me get one lane over. You go ahead and pass me, sir. And a big part, we do this all the time. Like when we drove down to Florida, how many times? For the most part, we're in the middle lane, but sometimes when we're in the left lane, because we're going fast, if we see someone coming up behind us, like you just see them in the rearview mirror, you best believe. Yeah, you best believe I go to the middle lane or go to the right lane, because I'm like, you go past me, sir. Like, whatever your reason is, please go past me.
Yeah, usually that's how I normally drive. I'm like, all right, if somebody behind me is clearly, I can see him in the rear view.
Zooming,
all right, this dude is like coming up on me. I'm looking, I'm like, I'm driving like 80. So this guy's coming up on me like that. I'm like, all right, let me just get over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead and do what you got to do. But other time, if it's like, it's clearly the flow of traffic, I was like, no matter.
That's true.
I'm like, dude, I let you go, you're still going to be right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what are you on me like that for? That's probably my biggest pet peeve out of all of them. Because especially if I'm cruising, like I'm really chilling, and I'm like, I'm going at
with the
least,
flow,
yeah,
yeah.
if I'm going like 70, you know what I'm saying, 75 even, that's already pushing it for me. I'm not flying I'm not flying anymore. But if I'm going like 70 or something like that, and I'm cruising, and then you're on me like that, I'm like, bro, like I'm
Come
going with
on
the flow
now.
of traffic. Like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to accomplish? And I can see, I'm like, okay, even if you're going this speed, you're gonna be zigzagging. I can
To
see
even get
far
past.
enough.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, you're not gonna be that far ahead of me. In 2 minutes, I'm gonna be right next to you again. So it's just kind of like, what are you doing, dude? And that is probably my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
Actually, that one is because when I drive, I like to chill.
Yeah.
Especially now. Now when I was younger, obviously driving fast was fun. Everybody's saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But driving fast was fun. But
We
now
all
I'm
got
like,
that bug.
now I'm just wanna relax. You know what I'm saying? Just let me put cruise control on. That's if I can hit cruise.
Let me get
and
from
I'm
point A
just-
to
yeah,
point B
point A, point
without
B.
dying or killing nobody
Yeah,
else.
I'm like, bro, let me chill to my music, just vibe. And you want to come up all? I want to be. What is the word?
Speedy Gonzalez? What?
Yeah, or Evil Knievel, whatever it is. I don't know. The guy that goes really fast. I don't know, whatever his name is. You want to be all super fast for some reason. Speed racer.
I will say
In Virginia, that's what makes me. I'm like, you're in Virginia.
Yeah.
There's nothing here.
You ain't
What are
wrong.
you driving fast for?
No, I will say music does hit different in the car.
Yeah.
When you're just listening to music and you're like you're really
Yeah.
just like jiving and you're going.
Especially when I know I'm like, okay, this is at least like a 35-minute drive right now.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna chill, you know, and I'm not in a rush or anything.
yes.
So I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You ain't about to force me to drive fast just because you might be late somewhere. Don't get me wrong, I'm not.
We're not perfect. We're not saying that we are.
I'm saying I'm not like not compassionate towards somebody. If you have something you have to, I don't have. It's not that I don't have empathy for people, but it's just
Right.
kind of like, dude, I don't. I'm not gonna rush for you. So I don't know you.
Your
You know what I'm
problem's
saying?
not my problem.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not rushing for you. I'm not gonna die for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's probably my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, that's valid.
Actually, both of those two, that one and then the last minute merging. That's another one. Yeah,
It's hard.
that's
'cause-
one is like, all right, dude. Unless it's clearly like I said, like we didn't know why it was going on, and then by the time you
Right.
get there, okay, there's that. But if you got to merge, and then you just gonna wait till
Merge
the last
properly.
minute. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Come on, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I can't say that sometimes. I'm like, I'm gonna skip all these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm not super mad because I've done it. I'm like, I get it. I'm like, I'm skipping these people. This is too slow, and I'm not about to be saying way back here. So I don't do it often, but I have done it. I was like, yeah, let me just go past everybody, and I'll merge here real quick. Especially if I can see, I'm like, it's gonna break up there fast. So if I do this correct, like it won't be that bad.
Yeah.
But, so I'm not super mad at people that do it, but at least be smooth with it or something.
Right.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
At
it's
least
true.
be smooth with it.
Make it so that it makes sense with
Yeah,
the traffic
and
pattern.
don't, like,
100%.
Don't mess up the flow of traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I do it, I'm like, I'm not trying. I know I'm not messing up the flow of traffic. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm nice and easy.
Go with it.
If you're moving too slow here, I'm moving fast enough to get in front of you.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's that. But if I gotta literally slam my brakes to let you in, now I'm like,
Come on
you're
now,
not
man.
a good guy. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You're a piece of donkey.
Oh. Mm-hmm. My pet peeve while driving, and it's in very hyper specific situations, but it's particularly if you are following someone. So something that is a common occurrence with Chiggy and I is that we have to go someplace, but we have to drive separately for whatever reason, whether it's because we have to separate after or, whatever it is, we need our own cars, so on and so forth. There are many a time when I am following Chiggy, and Chiggy doesn't use his turn signal. Now, let me say, for the people in the back, I understand. For maybe you're in the neighborhood or whatever, and you it is in a place where I would know where I need to go, and I'm following him, and he doesn't use his turn signal. There's no one else on the road, whatever. Yeah, that's fine because I know where I am.
But 9 times out of 10, when I'm following this man on the road, it's because I do not know where we are going. And then he just goes and changes lane, or he goes and turns. And I'm like, where are we going? I don't know, because he didn't use his turning signal. And so I have to leave it. Or no, my favorite also is like when we'll be at a like stop sign and then we have to turn, like, you know, at the end of the road over here, there's a stop sign. It's not a stoplight. He'll turn without making sure that there's room for both of us. So then he'll turn and then I gotta wait the 2-3 cars, whatever, because he didn't wait. And then I get behind and I'm like, so I don't know where we're going anymore because I don't see you anymore because I'm 3 cars behind you. Still with no turning signal, but hey-o. It's fine, I guess.
Yeah, you're fine. You gotta get to places.
Barely.
You have GPS.
I don't know. GPS works.
You're supposed to be my GPS when I'm following you, though. That's the point.
Most of the times you know where we're going.
Sometimes I don't, though.
Most of the times you do.
Sometimes we're going to places that I've never been before. And so I am like, I need you to lead me. Like, I need you to show me how to get there.
GPS works.
This man does not
GPS works.
want to use his turning signals. And it drives me nuts.
You're welcome.
That's my pet peeve. Or one of them, anyways.
Do you have any more than that?
I think I have one more.
Okay, I have 3 still.
Okay.
Good.
So,
Go on.
this one's very specific.
Okay.
So when you're on a long road trip, 2 hours or more, you're driving on the highway,
Sure.
and the highway is 2 lanes.
Yes.
Okay.
If you are cruising in the left lane and people are passing you in the right lane, what are you doing in the left lane, bro?
So true.
Left lane is for
That is
passing
true.
on a 2-lane highway.
That's true. That's true.
And like, yeah, people just don't get it. They're just like, go around me. You are supposed to be in the right lane, sir.
Yeah, especially if you're cruising at.
Especially if you're cruising at speed limit or like just like 2 above speed limit. I'm like, please get in the right lane. Please. We would like to pass you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and people are just not aware of that.
Yeah, they be wild.
Yeah, like I literally see like YouTube videos of like cops like on their horn, like driver, please merge over to the right lane. You're
I've never
you're,
seen that
you're
before.
impeding
I've seen
traffic.
videos like, yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Like actual coppers?
yeah.
Wow.
State
It's-
troopers.
It's I don't know if it's a law, but it's like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're on a 2-lane highway, the left lane is for passing, strictly for passing.
Right.
So you can still drive it, but if you're just going to let traffic pass you on the right lane,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not going fast enough. You have to be in the right lane then.
Right. Especially if so many people are passing you.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's valid.
What's another one?
All right. So another one that I don't like is people running through yield signs. Okay. So there's 2 specific places where if you do not follow the yield sign, you're gonna get into an accident. All right.
Oh, okay.
So one very specific one. Yes.
Okay. I was wondering where we were going with this.
Yes. So the one I want to get to first is a very specific turn. It's on Salem Road, and there is a exit to go onto. Is it Indian River or is it Farrell? I think it's Farrell.
Yeah.
Okay. So like.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So the side that has the exit to go to Farrell, they have a yield sign
Yes.
when you exit,
Yes.
and then the opposite side of traffic. They still have to yield to the traffic that's going straight.
The incoming. Yeah,
And then when they're able to make that left turn to exit onto Farrell,
they have the right of way.
the other side has to yield to them when they
Yes.
get to the exit.
Yes.
A lot of people run through that yield sign.
I've never seen that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and like they just don't care.
Yeah.
And so when the side that's turning left in onto the exit, when they have the right of way and they see that person coming,
yeah.
like they don't stop. Dude, if the person on the left gets that exit and they crash,
Yeah.
the person who didn't obey the yield sign, that's their fault.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't do that.
That's crazy.
And like I've had
That's
people,
really dangerous too, because
Yeah.
you're revving to turn left to get out of the
Mhm.
way of traffic. Yeah.
Yeah. And then since people don't even stop, they don't even recognize that stop sign. They're just gunning it.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no,
is
that's really
wild, actually.
dangerous. Actually,
It is very like it could be like a fault of like the construction of how that turn is made or the signs that are up there.
It's a little short. Yeah, but
It's kind of weird, but that's how it is right now.
Yes. Yeah.
And so at this particular time, just people who make that left turn after they get the right of way and the way to the exit, like they still have to watch out for their right.
Yeah.
For people that are coming onto the exit as well. And it's so bad because like I've had people that like they blow it and then they get mad at me. I'm just like, I have the right of way.
Oh,
what are you talking
when
about?
people get mad at you when you're not wrong, ooh, buddy, I will scream at your mother. It's not fun. No, and I was about to say, and I think that particular road, even that you're talking about, it's even known for, particularly in winter, being like icy. So like even more so, like if you're not watching your stop or if you're not watching like your, who's coming or who's not, I mean, that's super slippery. And because like the slope of that is really sharp. It's a sharp, almost like a U-turn, how sharp it is for that left turn. And then the incoming right turn, if they're not paying attention, that is catastrophe central for sure.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Yeah. And then also with the yield sign thing, because I have a turnaround or like a little circle. Roundabout. There you go. I have a roundabout near my work. And, you have to yield before you get onto the roundabout.
Yes.
And then once you're in the roundabout, you have the right of way.
Correct.
And so a lot of times when we're leaving work or when I'm leaving work, I get onto the roundabout and the next section of traffic that's trying to come into the roundabout, they don't yield to the roundabout. And I'm just like, what is your deal?
What are you
It's
doing?
happened to me 2 times already where people blow through that yield sign and I have to brake in the roundabout because they're not paying attention.
Yeah. The whole point of a roundabout is that it keeps the flow of traffic continues. I will say for the longest time when I lived in Florida, roundabouts did not exist in my life at all. And then my life was graciously blessed with the wonderful blessing that is known as Buc-ee's. And most Buc-ee's have roundabouts.
Yeah.
And so that's where I learned how to drive in a roundabout. Also, I want to say roundabouts are more common up north, I think. Like, it's not really I don't know. Down in Florida, we have so much room. Everything's just spread out. So you have room to make full-on turns.
Yeah.
But no, roundabouts were not that common. And then, like I said, I learned how to drive in a roundabout, or the proper way to drive in a roundabout, via Buc-ee's. That's how I learned my lesson. But back to what you were saying, because you mentioned Salem Road. This happened to me when I first moved here. There was a power outage, and whenever there's a storm, there's 2 streetlights on Salem and on Indian River. Those 2, there's like a section there where the light is always out whenever there's a power outage, like because of a storm or something. Like for whatever reason, I don't know, the transformer there is just not that strong. And the amount of people that do not know how to drive a flashing red drives me up the wall.
Okay.
It is a 4-way stop. Now, if one lane has flashing yellow or flashing green, they have the right of way. There are times when that happens. And then, so like, let's say the Indian River, like Lynn Haven lane, that'll be like flashing yellow. And then the Salem or whatever adjacent road is flashing red. So who has the right of way? Flashing yellow, obviously, because red means stop. But if it's all 4 ways, flashing red, it is a 4-way stop. What is a 4-way stop? When everyone gets there, whoever stops first has the right of way. What does that mean? Pay attention when you are driving. Because if I stop before you, that means I get to go first. And if you cut me off, you best believe I will be screaming at you through my windshield. It drives me nuts because it happens every storm.
Every time, yeah.
Every storm. And then, it's just, again, I understand. I can identify if there's a flashing yellow or flashing green, and then I'm the flashing red. 100%, you have the right of way. However, if we are all flashing red, you better stop. And if you don't stop, you best believe I will come after you, like, with all of my rage. I can't stand it. I'm so mad right now. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you are.
So mad right now. Like, I cannot tell you. This one time where, like, again, storm passed, because flooding is pretty common in that area. Maybe that's why the lights always break out or turn off. But it's like, this person so blatantly was stopped after me. Like it was like one car here stopped, I stopped, and then the other car. So then it should be 1, 2, 3. This person went 1, 3, 2, and I said, "Sir, do not." I was livid. Like I gave him the biggest stank eye I could because I wanted to chase after him, but we were going in opposite directions, so it didn't matter. That isn't. I used to do that. I used to chase after people if they pissed me off.
That's a weird road rage thing.
And you know what I would?
That's really dumb.
No,
actually.
it really is. I was very, very young, and I would get in front. Especially if they cut me off, I would chase them, and then I would cut them off. Like I would do everything in my power to annoy them, which is do not do that. That's just what I used to do when I was a young teenager, and I didn't know any better. But yeah, no, my road rage was vile back then. Like I would seek revenge.
I've never been a big. I mean, I'll get if somebody does something blatantly dumb, I might snap a little bit, but after like 2 or 3 seconds, I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I could
be a bigger person.
Only because I'm like, road rage is actually dumb.
No,
you
it
know
is
what I'm saying?
dangerous.
Because it's like highly dangerous. Not even just at the fact like you're in a moving vehicle.
Right.
Like, that's a moving vehicle. Accidents do happen, and accidents in vehicles sometimes at those speeds, a lot of times are deadly.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
So I'm like, I never really believed in road rage. But secondly, you don't know what that person got in his car. You can you can yell at somebody, screaming at them, cussing them out, and they could be completely wrong, but they can also be stupid and just be like, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you're on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
He said you want a t-shirt.
So I'm dead. I'm super serious. So I'm like, hey, if you messed up, okay, it is what I might feel some type of way, but I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The most I might do, I might honk my horn a little bit. But at the end of the day, even then, I don't care enough. I'm like, all right, you did something dumb. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I don't road rage because, like I said, you're in a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
Firstly, and secondly, you don't know what somebody has in their car, what they're going through that day.
Isn't it like there's more deaths because of vehicles versus like shark attacks or something dumb? Like I remember that was like an old fact from the early 2010s.
That was a horrible comparison.
Well, no, because remember everyone was like freaking out. This is back in like 2010s when Shark Week was like really, really big. Yeah. And then everyone's like, no, they're really not that dangerous because you're more likely to die in a car than you are. You're more likely to die to a plane than you are to a shark. Yeah. But, sorry.
You're good.
But my brain clicked somewhere back in 2006. I don't know what that was.
But yeah, so I was like, you're more likely to die in a car from a car accident than anything else. So I'm just like, chill out. I don't know. That's for me. I'm like, even when I catch myself like somebody does something like outrageously stupid. Yeah. Like I'm like, dude, you almost got us both killed. Like even then, I'm like, the most I might toot my horn. I'm like, dude, I might look at you. I'm like, you retard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But even then, I'm like, I'm not gonna press it because hey, I'm still good. If they're gonna keep driving that way, they may die. I'm straight.
No, that's so true.
So I'm like,
true.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I just don't road rage anymore. Because I remember one time, a long time ago, I think it was when I first started driving, somebody did something stupid, like real stupid. And this was dumb for me. I remember I didn't chase them, but I got right behind them and just was like, I'm following them now. You know what I'm saying?
You're tailing them,
yeah, I was tailing them. And then I don't know what hit me, like not like mentally. What hit me mentally, but I was like, if they slam their brakes, I'm cooked. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think I was after that.
And you were behind them.
Yeah, and I'm like, everything would be my fault. Yeah. So I was like, let me relax. You know what I'm saying?
let me raise up a little bit.
I was like, even though they were wrong 100%.
Right.
But I'm like, let me chill out. You know what I'm saying?
100%. No, that's the right
I've never really been a road rage. Not even wrong. I might scream. In my car. You know
I'm definitely more verbal now than anything else. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna scream. It would only last maybe a couple seconds because usually I'm like, all right, it is what it is. But actual road raging, nah, I'm not doing that. Especially not these days. People are nuts.
You ain't wrong. You got any final thoughts, Chiggy?
Oh, I still got 2 more now.
Oh, okay.
Are you like coming up with stuff as we go? Yeah.
This one just came up.
Oops.
So another pet peeve of mine, when people use their blinkers to merge, right? So like
there's turn signal.
yeah.
Okay.
So like when you're driving and someone merges into your lane, and then they're already merging into your lane without putting on their blinkers, and then they flash their blinkers real quickly, and then they turn it off.
Oh, like they just click it once type of thing?
Or like
like their turn signal.
Yeah.
Once and then.
But they're already merging into your lane, and then they turn it on real quick.
It's
So,
almost like their guilt. Like they're just like, oh, I'm actually merging. Click.
right. So it's like usually your turn signal, your blinker, is supposed to signify your intention of merging, or
yeah.
getting
Yeah.
into someone's
Like,
lane.
hey, I'd like to
I won't
merge
lie,
in.
I've done that.
Yeah,
I
but
get
then
it.
people that are
Yeah, I'm saying I get it sometimes.
people that are going like really fast, and they still want to do it. That's their way of covering themselves.
Yeah.
So
I
they're
do
like,
that.
oh
So
yeah,
it's
I
like
signaled
guilt.
my intention.
Yeah.
For how long though?
Right. Or
Half
they
a
do
second?
it. They do it as they're doing it, so it's like you didn't actually tell me.
That's exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to
No,
me,
I
that's
do
my
it.
pet peeve because
I
I'm
do
just
that.
like,
No, I mean, it is what I do it.
Mikey's
but I'm
like,
usually
in
like,
me, I had a problem.
yeah, but I'm like, I only merge if I know I got way enough space.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, it may be dickish of me because I really had to hit the gas. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
You committed.
I was like, I got enough space. Like, you don't have to slam your brakes. Like, I always think like, I don't want to make somebody slam their brakes
Yes.
because if I have
That's
to,
a
if they
good way
slam
to
their
do it.
brakes
Yeah.
and I have to slam my brakes, I'm cooked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, I'm gonna make sure I have enough speed.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a little, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm
Hey!
really just letting you know I did that. But no, I get it though. I get it.
But that's especially like if they're like cutting you off,
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I never
they're
cut people
pretty
off.
close.
That's crazy. Yeah.
then it's like, dude, you have to use your signal like way before that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cutting people off that's such a weird thing because
I hate it.
I don't even hate it in this aspect of like, oh, that was messed up for you to do. More of like, if I didn't pay attention and I hit you, like, we're going at certain speeds. Like,
Yeah.
me hitting you at this speed, even though it seems like it's not that big of a deal, 60, 50, anything past 45, that's a deadly accident.
No,
you
it
know what I'm
is.
saying? That's at the end of the day. So if I'm driving and you just didn't say nothing, didn't no signal, just
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, if you for some reason you messed up a little bit, I have to be the best driver here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If you messed up anywhere over here while you're trying to merge into my lane,
I have to.
I
this.
have to save us.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, we're both cooked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that I hate that. I do hate that. So if you're gonna be that kind of a driver, like be good at it at least. You know what I'm saying? Be good at it, you know? But no, so I do get your point to that. Yeah.
And so my final pet peeve,
Yeah.
the one that I just thought about as you were talking, this doesn't actually have to do anything with driving, but
Huh?
Not the whole
'cause,
20
like,
episode.
I remembered we were hanging out at Town Center,
Okay.
right? And if you know Town Center, if you're by the fountain, there's a section of road where from the fountain going out, there's a stop sign, and you're
Okay.
in between like California Pizza Kitchen and something else on the right side,
Blue
Blue Mercury.
Mercury.
Yeah. And so from the fountain going out from the fountain or away from the fountain on that road, you hit a stop sign,
Okay.
right? Now, I know we didn't actually see this person or hear this person on that road, right? But
Okay.
say if someone was there going away from the fountain towards that stop sign
Sure.
and they rev their engine or they speed straight to that stop sign. For why?
When you say speed through it or speed up to the stop sign?
Speed up to the stop sign and like they like go real fast and they just
They're
stop.
trying to like rev their engine. Sounds
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I don't
So
like
people that
who
like
do
rev their engines or if they have like sports cars or like modified cars and they want to hear they want everyone to
Everyone
know
to hear
that
their car,
their
yeah.
exhaust is like really loud or something.
Am I the only person that thinks when an exhaust is loud, it just sounds like the car is farting? Like it doesn't sound cool. I mean, I think when
You
it
know-
purrs, it's
yeah.
fine, but when it does the like,
Yeah, it's
but
kind
like
of
not even the room, the like the one that
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it
yeah,
literally
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like it's farting.
like it's sparking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
So
Okay.
when I was younger, I thought that was cool. Now I'm like, you lame.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? I'm like, that's
And
so lame
especially in
now.
that like one part in Town Center,
Yeah.
you have residents up above.
That's
that
true. People
hear
live
that
there.
Yeah.
day in, day out. I'm just like, why? Why do you have to do
I
this?
I get that.
Of all places, like,
Yeah.
couldn't you have done this like on a side road where no one lives? Like, people
Right.
just-
But like even that, like even then, like there are designated places and meetups for you to do that.
Yeah.
But then you just do it on a random road or, places where people are walking.
Yeah.
They probably saw a cute girl, and the cute
Yeah,
girl was
basically.
Gotta
like, the
be.
cute girl was like, ew.
Because don't get me wrong,
Car's farted.
when I used to have a car that was loud like that. Now I will say, like, sometimes you don't fully have control how loud the car is gonna get. I mean, you do, but if the car is loud, let me phrase: if the car is loud in general, it's not really much you could do. There's that sound, but if you're like revving your engine, which I have done, I was like, if you're revving your engine, I'm
like
like,
you're intentionally.
yeah, I'm
trying
like,
to-
all right, dude, like, what are you doing? This is, which again, now that I'm older, you know what I'm saying, I was like, okay, you're doing this on purpose.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I know you're doing this on purpose because you just want to sound cool, but I don't know. Let's say I'm assuming the person's young, but if they're older, you are a lame. You know what I'm saying? That's
Just full
lame
on.
to me.
Yeah.
You know, especially in this area. I'm not hating on our lovely abode.
Hampton Roads.
Yeah, I'm not hating on, but it's just like there's nothing here to want to impress anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about nobody. I'm not trying to impress anyone. So for you to really be that kind of person that's like trying to be loud, trying to be seen here, you weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
We literally live in a giant suburb. Like,
Yeah,
it's not.
it's lame. It's lame, dude.
But I agree. I think going to designated event. There's a lot of like car events that
Yeah.
happen. Do it there for the people who would
No,
appreciate it.
You can do it on a highway, freeway, but why are you doing it in a neighborhood? Why are you doing it in a residential
Yeah.
area? Why are you doing it in what is it, like a business district? Like, that's so weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What you trying to prove?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. What are you trying to prove? And where are you trying to prove it at? This is a weird place to do it. You know what I'm saying? You're just loud to be loud. So I feel you. I feel
Say it
that.
louder for the people in
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah, I feel you.
Anyways, Mikey or Chicky, y'all have any other final thoughts?
I
Mikey?
can't think of it right now. No.
All right. So my final thoughts, it's good that, we are all able to drive. We have the privileges of driving, but be safe. Like, I know there's a lot of people that are just now getting their license, or they have their permits, or they're under 25.
Yeah.
Those are the times where you need to be the safest.
Yeah.
Because right now, that age gap or that range of when you get your permit to 25,
My
that's
16
when
to
your
25-year-olds.
insurance is the highest.
Highest.
Yep, you ain't wrong.
That is when it's the
And
highest.
if you do anything, get a speeding ticket, accident,
Anything, a point on your license, anything.
anything,
Yeah, that's
your
gonna
insurance is
skyrocket.
skyrocket.
Very,
And
very
unnecessarily expensive for no reason. Like, you
No,
just
so
made
true.
yourself like now your insurance is crap.
And I
You
think
have
it's even more
points
so
on
for
your,
guys.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
points on your what is it, your driving record now,
license,
your
yeah.
license. I mean, it's a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. Coming from somebody that had a bunch of like tickets, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of tickets. Now it's like, it's crazy. This is random, off topic, but you remember when I went to go buy my car?
Okay.
The guy he looked at my driver, was like, "Man, you have such a really good driving record." I'm like, "What?"
That's how many years have passed.
Yeah, so I was
You
sitting there
have
like,
aged.
"What?" Yeah, and then or when I got my new insurance, when I would get it on my own,
Yeah.
and then they'll tell me how much. The lady was like, "Man, you have a really good driving record." I'm just sitting there like, I look at my dad, and he's like, "What?" You know what I'm saying?
This guy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, well, I guess the last ticket or accident I had was like, well, before I had my accident. But the last ticket or accident I had, I think I was like 22, maybe 21. Here I am, 34. You know what I'm saying?
How
So
many
it's like,
accidents have you had that were your fault?
all of them. Like, I've never not had an accident. It wasn't my fault. All my accidents were my fault.
Okay. How
Yeah.
many were there?
Well, like with another person, for real, two, I rear-ended somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and then one. Well, I guess technically 3, but the one person wasn't in the car. Like that was my first time driving, and I wasn't supposed to be driving.
I'm
And
done.
then I turned. Remember that in the chapel?
Mm-hmm.
I turned a corner and then I turned too tightly. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't this is my first time. I didn't know how to correct myself.
Oh,
So
you
I
didn't know
kinda
how to
just-
adjust.
Yeah, so I kind of I was like, man, I think I'm too close, but I don't know. So I just kept going straight. I just scratched. Tore the guy bumper off and everything. I was like,
Crazy.
crap. And mind you, this was the first. I think I was like 15, maybe 16.
Oh, you were a baby.
Yeah, I think I was 16. First time I drove the car ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, why did I choose the chapel to be the first place? You know what I'm saying? I decided to drive, and it was cool because, well, no, none of it was cool. It was the day before like the holidays, Christmas, and all that stuff.
Wow.
Okay.
So I was like, I was pissed. Like my dad was pissed. I couldn't even go home. Like I literally had my mom was like, yeah, we got to take you to your grandma's house because your dad's gonna like kill you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
So
crazy.
it was bad, but yeah. So most of my accidents or anything that I've ever had was like when I was like before 21.
Okay.
So now I haven't had any. Like I've had tickets here and there, but even then I haven't had a ticket in so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not getting it. But also my job helped because I was gone most of the time, so it was easy to not get a ticket or anything like that. Well, no, the last time I got in an accident, I hit the curb. I was just, I didn't, so I was making a U-turn and I didn't calculate it enough.
Yeah.
So when I thought I pulled out far enough, so when I came in, but I did not pull out far enough.
Oh no.
I pulled out like a little bit, and I'm thinking I already passed the curb when I pulled out,
Okay.
but I did not. So I just kind of right into the curb. Airbags came off and everything. They went off and everything. But I'm like,
Your airbags.
yeah, that's why I was like, what kind of? I was like, what the?
You must have hit the frame hard, or you must have done something that like popped a
Even when the
sensor.
guy, the sensors went off. But when the guy that did the car, he was like, there's no damage to the car. Like, there's nothing wrong with the car. It's just
The airbags deployed.
Yep.
Yep. And I'm like, what the?
They were like, "Let's protect you."
yeah, I was
From
like,
what? The curb?
yeah, and I'm like, what? And then I'm thinking, oh, it's cool. They'll just go fix the airbags. No, that's a full. They totaled my car. That was a brand new car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Anytime
Okay.
airbags go off, and like if you for
You
some reason
can't-
happen
yeah,
like
yeah.
that for you in your car,
Yeah.
your car's gonna be totaled, which is
Yeah.
the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Now, that's a money grab to me. Like it's completely off topic, but I'm just saying that's like a money grab to me because there's no reason for
I
if
don't
the
know how
airbags
airbags
go
work
off.
though. Like, can you restuff them back in?
It's
Like,
not even the fact. It's not that. It's they said it's because sensors. They would have to reset all the sensors, and they said that's too expensive. But I'm like, why would you build a car to where it's that much of a hassle? You
I
know what I'm
see.
saying?
Yeah,
To the
yeah.
point where the whole car is a loss if something like that happens. That's idiotic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That doesn't make. That's not mechanically sound. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when the guy told me was that when I got home, like I said, I drove it home. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing. The guy replaced my tire and I drove home. And then they went I called my insurance and it was like, all right, they came and picked it up. And I got a call like a day later. It was like, oh, yeah, it's a total loss. We're just going to give you money. And I'm like, we're going to pay your car off and give you money or something like that. And I was like, a total loss? This was a brand new car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I barely hit the curb. And when I say I
That's
barely hit the
wild.
curb, I barely tapped it.
yeah.
And I'm like, I just sat there on the phone and the guy was like, hello, sir. Because I was just like,
What just happened?
what do you mean a total loss? I don't have my car no more?
Yeah.
And I was like, I drove it home. Oh, I understand, sir. But, with the airbags going off, a replacement of all the sensors, it gets really expensive.
Yeah.
I'm like, more expensive
Then the cost
than
of
the
the car.
cost of the car.
That's crazy.
An accessory to the car is more expensive than the car itself.
Yeah.
That is, the car was $30,000. So what are you?
What are you
really
talking
is
about?
$30-something thousand.
But
And I was like, so what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what are we talking about here? And he was like, oh yeah, it's I was like, whatever, dude. And I even looked it up on Google. I'm trying to say, I was like, what in the world? And Google's like, yeah, blah blah blah. But then you look at like reviews of like certain like what Google said, and then people like, oh yeah, they totaled my car. I was like, somebody barely tapped my car, and then my airbags went off, and then they said the car was a total loss. And then people is like other people in the comments was like, yeah, this is.
That's really extreme. Yeah,
this is pretty extreme. I was like, why is this a total? I just bought the car. Like a couple people was like, I just bought the car. Same thing. Somebody barely tapped me. My airbags went off, and then my insurance is saying it's a total loss. So a lot of us was like, this is a scam. Like they're scamming us. Like they gotta be. Like they're just taking the car back, paying out a little bit of money, and then reselling the car for like a little bit more.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm
true.
thinking is happening. But yeah, that was my last anything that happened in a car. 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you, it sucks because you barely tapped the
2022.
curb.
Yeah.
And your airbags deployed. I got into a full-on accident.
Yeah.
Someone rear-ended me. My frame bent inward, destroyed my windshield, and like
His whole car crumpled.
yeah, my backside crumpled, and then none of my airbags deployed.
Crazy.
Right?
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I was just about to say
saying.
that.
That's nuts. And I'm sitting there like, even when I hit the curb, right? I was like, oops. And then, like, literally, I mean, it happened in a span of seconds. I remember hitting the curbs. I'm like, oops. And then I'm thinking whatever. And then I just hear, pfft, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what the world? And then it was just the driver's side, this side, and for some reason the back windshield, the
Back
dang,
seat.
passenger side, passenger back, right behind me, airbag went off.
Okay.
And I'm like, what? And then my friend because I was following my friend, and then he was like, we both stopped, and then he was like, what happened?
What
I
did
was
you
like,
do?
Yeah, and I was like, I hit the curb a little bit. He was like, yeah, I saw you hit the curb, but why did your airbags go off? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. and then, like I said, we replaced the tire, but I was just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ended up being a not good night.
Oh.
Not good. I mean, it's my fault because we really should have ended the night already.
Oh.
But we both was like, man, let's keep going. And then I should have went home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But yeah.
It's over. You
Yeah.
passed it.
Yeah. So, did you have any last thoughts?
I think just overall, and you mentioned it, but also just we've mentioned it the whole episode. As much as we're recounting stupid moments that we've had, mistakes that we've made while driving, I think all of us can agree the most important thing when you are behind the wheel is to drive safely.
Yeah.
They always say, what is it? Don't drive aggressively, drive defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I can joke about my road rage and I can joke about all that stuff or whatever, but I like to think that overall as a driver, I do drive as safely as I can. I think like the last quote unquote ticket I got, I'm coming up on my 10 year because you mentioned your age and I was like, I'm coming up on my 10 years too. I did get a speeding ticket in my early 20s. I was coming home from Atlanta and I was ready to be home. So I was literally trying to zoom down the highway to get home, and unfortunately, a Georgia police officer caught me. But it's one of those. It's just like it's a humbling lesson, right? I was on highway. It was open road. Like no one was in front of me.
Yeah.
I wasn't putting anyone in danger. But do I think that speeding is good? No. So ultimately, drive safe. That is always the best course of action. Particularly, and not just, for yourself or whatever, but obviously, like for your own safety, literally for your own safety, or especially if you have passengers, like for their safety too. You don't ever want to compromise your life or your health just because of a stupid decision. So, otherwise, let us know in the comments down below. Have you guys had any like weird driving experiences, or what are your driving pet peeves? Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe on the episode, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.